Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the mutable signs, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini. Mutable signs, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Mutable signs. I got this idea from one of my favorite readers on YouTube. Her handle is I Scry with Steph. Scry, S-C-R-Y, I Scry with Steph. She's doing a series for cardinal, mutable, and fixed signs, and I was just inspired by that. And I just thought, wow, what a wonderful way to change it up a little bit. And I also did a meditation. I meditate a lot, but I've been getting a lot of imagery and symbols and things. So in a short meditation I did for the mutable signs today, I wrote down some of the things that I saw. They may mean nothing in this moment, but they may mean something in the future, or they could mean something, you know, with regards to the reading I'm about to give you. But I just wanted to show you what they were. Remember, these readings are timeless, although I did put a date on this just for my own, to keep track of things. So, let's see here. A dirt path by the water, Shakespeare, a red solo cup. You know, those cups that you drink beer out of, those red solo cups. Arcade games. Running into someone that you aren't expecting to see. A baboon. I think that's the first time I've ever written the word baboon. I'm not sure I spelled it right, but baboon. Instant coffee. A shooting star. A jet engine, and rain on a window. So take that as it resonates. Please comment down below if something stuck out to you with those images. I'm going to be doing your reading today with the Pulp Tarot and taking an oracle card from the Human Spirit Oracle deck. So I hope that you are all doing well. Cards have been pre-shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle them again because why not? I'm going to get one card from the Oracle deck for you to see what the overall energy is for the mutable signs. Okay. Number 32, which reduces to a 5. A 5 is the Hierophant card in the Major Arcana of the Tarot. And the words are homebody. Homebody. 5s are not my favorite number just because they represent a little bit of an in-between. It's a little bit of a struggle and conflict with 5s. But we need those things, right? You're not going to have significant levels of growth without facing some challenges, and so you could be facing a few challenges at the moment. This building that, for all intents and purposes, is like her body, reminds me of a very specific library near my job. It's an old library. I feel like this library is from, at least, it's like at least 200 years old. I'm just making that up, but it feels old. So there could be something in it to the libraries, or the Great Library in the Sky, the Akashic Records. You could be invested in some kind of learning of the Akashic Records, some interest in having your Akashic Records read. The Akashic Records, if you don't know or are not familiar with what those are, it's this place that houses all of the information about past, present, and future. They all exist in one energetic space that we can all have access to. Anyone can read the Akashic Records. You just have to know how. And there are people out there that can train you. But it's from that space that you can look at your past lives, your future potentials, people in your life. You can't necessarily spy on other people in the Akashic Records, but if they have a direct correlation to something you're asking about, then they will appear. It's a really trippy thing to visit the Akashic Records through a reader. I guess it's not unlike a tarot reading in many ways that speaks to you. But there's something to this right now, especially because there's like a sun, moon. Wow, okay, that card just knocked out of my hand. There's like a sun, moon energy happening behind. It's so weird. I'm just getting a flash of a song that is pretty new, at least at the time that I'm doing this recording, by one of the members of BTS, the mega Korean pop group. The song is called Standing Next to You. And, you know, I'm not into all that BTS stuff, but I will tell you, I watched this performance of the song and I quickly became a fan. But there's a line in the song, a specific line, that talks about kind of making you glow like the sun and the moon. And there's something to this here, that it's almost as if you're wearing the sun and the moon like a crown, like a cap, a crown, a hat, something that follows you. Thank you, Spirit, like an adornment almost. You know, in old paintings, they used to paint discs, golden discs. Also, that's the name of that guy's album. I think his name is Jungkook. Anyway, they used to paint golden discs around figures' heads to represent halos. Now I'm thinking of that Beyonce song, Halo. But there's something here that you wear like a crown. And if the right person is looking at you, they can see it. Which is even more, because it's an invisible crown, right? But if the right person is looking at you, the person that has this ability to either see auras or read energy, they will see this halo, this crown, this golden crown around you. Maybe you've been told that you have a very strong aura, a very strong presence. The word is homebody, so maybe are you keeping that under wraps? Are you feeling as though you can't share that side of yourself? Or that you're waiting for the person that will see you as you truly are? And in the meantime, it's almost like squirreling yourself away, like very hermit energy. Because this is a very prominent brick building. Even this right here, kind of the majority of her body is a brick energy. So a fortification, a wall. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for the main spread, past, present, future. 3 cards for clarifier. We'll pull more if we need to. Look at that. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Hierophant showed up in your reading. And so did the Hermit. I can't. It's beautiful confirmations. Beautiful confirmations from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Damn. That's beautiful. Okay. 6 cards down. Let's start with the past energy. You got the 8 of Cups clarified by that Hermit card in the Major Arcana. I'm hearing police sirens. So anytime I hear sirens, right, it's just like a call to something, a call to attention. In the past energy, you walked away from something, or you had to. I just heard. I didn't want to walk away from it. I had to. You know, it's really weird here. The cityscape in the background in total darkness. Like a power outage, in a way. I'm seeing a very specific scene from like film stock or something of great power outages that afflicted New York City. I want to say in the 70s, 80s maybe. There's like a super huge power outage. I think because of the heat, this one summer, that the entire grid went down in Manhattan. I think all the boroughs, it was just pitch black. And that can be a very, very dangerous situation for emergency response workers, right? For potentials for looting because things are unsecured. Just general hijinks because it's hot as, you know, all out. It's just hot. And so people came out of their homes to be outside because it was just so hot. And then it was just like not rioting, but like looting and kind of just general mischief. People attacking stores in their own neighborhoods. You know, stores that I was a documentary I must have watched, but I'm getting that very clearly, that scene, that blackout scene. So it's almost like if you leave this space of sanctuary at this point, you're fearful that you'll be embroiled in some kind of chaos. So you're just sitting this one out. Everybody's outside because it's too hot. Doesn't matter. I'll open a window. I'm not going out there. It's not so much as defiant as a more just like, it just makes more sense for me to stay inside. The 8 of Cups talks about walking away from a situation. So it's kind of, I don't see it in the traditional sense. I more see it as if everyone is flocking towards something. So let's say there's like you know how people kind of gather around, weirdly they gather around chaos and tragedy, especially if they're not a part of it, right? So if there's, God forbid, an accident or just some kind of phenomena that people cannot but feel compelled to go towards it, to just investigate, because they have to make sense of what may not make sense. They look at something and it feels irrational, so they have to continue to pursue it and investigate it to make it rational again. So I see this phenomenon where people are, you know, looking at car accidents and watching people kind of go through these catastrophic things. And you're not doing that in any way. That's ridiculous to you at this time. So whatever it is that the public or the masses are swaying to, you're doing the exact opposite. And it's clarified here by this Hermit card where you're just like, nope, I'm gonna I'm just going to go into the mountains. This is a great time for me to just self-reflect and kind of going through dark night of the soul, perhaps, and kind of questioning my identity at this time. And I can't really be involved in any of that mess that all of you are a part of, right? So let me pull a clarifier on that. This was in the past energy. Page of Cups, yeah. It was like, hey, I'm not calling anybody. I'm not reaching out to anybody. I'm not doing any of that. Right? Page of Cups in the upright is somebody who would just be like, come join me. Come have a coffee. Come, let's talk, let's have conversation. Let's, you know, it's an email, it's a text message, it's a WhatsApp, it's a blah, 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 you know? And none of that was happening. To the point where people may have questioned if you were okay. You know, where's my mutable sign these days? Like, they haven't left their house. Should I check on them? You know, and you're doing just fine. You're like, you know, no. We'll get together next month. It's not. I'm busy. What are you busy with, though? You know, what were you busy with? I have to ask because now I'm curious. What was the mutable sign busy with in the past energy, Spirit? Five of Pentacles in reverse just slid right out. Slid right out of the deck. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Pentacles in the upright talks about a feeling of being left out in the cold, being left by others, being left behind, and it's in the reverse. So while they didn't tell me what it is, maybe that's a secret. Maybe that's why you went into hermit mode, right? To kind of just figure yourself out. Maybe you were in a recovery program. You know, maybe you had an addiction that you just had to deal with on your own and go into a recovery program. And so you didn't see people for a couple of weeks, and then you saw them again and you look great. But there's something here. They won't tell me what it is, although they just told me a possibility. But the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, I'm fine being left alone. I don't feel left out of that situation. Everybody have fun. I'm hanging back. I'm hanging back in the safety and sanctuary of my fortress. In the present energy, though, you got the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands talks about the wounded warrior living to fight another day. You can see here in the back of this card, there's kind of like an angry mob situation, although it looks like soldiers. But there's some weird connotations. You can interpolate that as you see fit. But the Nine of Wands is somebody who is not giving up. They may be struggling a little bit, but they're not giving up, giving in. So there could be something here where you had to fortify yourself. There's that, you know, fortification. You've had to build yourself up, right? Build yourself up to be able to endure any potential threats coming your way. Page of Swords in reverse. There's two pages now in the reverse. There's no curiosity. There's no diving into anything new right now for you, even in the present energy. You're just like, I'm good where I am. I have a lot going on. I have a lot that I'm dealing with. These could be like I said, when we're talking about recovery, these could be just like inner battles that you're facing at the moment, and you can't really tell anybody about them. They're private. They're, you know, Spirit's not even telling me what they are, but they're telling me that they're private. That's just fine. But you're not giving up, and that's really good. So let's see what the clarification is. Do I get a clarification, Spirit? Oh, okay. A million cards just flipped out. I can't take those all. I think like 9 cards flipped out. I'm sorry, mutable signs, not doing it. All right. I just want 1 card, please, Spirit. 1 card for a clarifier, please. For the 9 of Wands and the Page of Swords in the reverse. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It's amazing, this Queen of Pentacles card, because she looks like she's in one sense, it's like she's the Chiquita banana lady. And in another sense, she's like some outer space vixen. I don't know what's happening in this card, but she's very defiant. She's looking directly at whomever. It's like she's looking past the pentacle at something or someone. Queen of Pentacles in the upright talks about somebody who is very generous, beautiful, abundant, lush, has so much love, energy, resources that they are happy to share those with others. Again, you got this in the reverse. I'm not sharing nothing with anybody at this time. I don't have enough to share. I'm feeling so spent. I'm feeling so like I have to preserve my resources. I have to stockpile and blockade. And like, what are these words that I'm being given at this time? You know, it also looks like, I just heard the word schoolhouse. Schoolhouse. There's somebody in my life, her last name has the word, her maiden name has the word school in it, but her first name is Destiny. And there's something to that. There's something about your destiny that is a factor right now. Something very potent that you are having to explore in a very, very solitary way, where you cannot give up your resources or your energy. You can't reach out to anybody for help. And I don't feel like you're just like, you're a little lone wolf, but I don't feel like you've been abandoned or people are not in your life to help you. It's just something that you have to do on your own. You don't have a choice. You just have to do it on your own. Two more cards came out. The Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah. Guess what? This card represents destiny. Queen of Cups in the reverse is Cancer energy, whereas the Queen of Pentacles had an abundance of resources. The Queen of Cups has an abundance of love. When I see the card in reverse, it's self-care. Total self-care. Right? This is part of your path. And you have to, it's almost like, that's crazy. It's crazy that this card flipped out. And I just brought up Destiny. Thank you, Spirit. It's like, you have to get through, it's like a hurdle. And your destiny is like the door that's just right beyond the hurdle, but you gotta get through the hurdle first. Right? So that your good fortune can come in. You have to make space for your good fortune, and in order to do that, you're tying up loose ends. In the future potential, you got the Hierophant in the reverse. Right? I mentioned the Hierophant in the beginning because your card was number 32. reducing to a 5, a Hierophant, in the major arcana, talking about somebody who has a connection to spirit, some kind of guru or life coach, a religious leader, spiritual leader, a text that is related to something in the spiritual realm, or could also represent some kind of authority, governing body, literally the government, or some kind of board of some kind. And you have this card in reverse in the future energy. Again, I feel as though it's like you've been set apart. This is not a bad thing, right? There comes a time when, at least in my experience, and this is not for everyone, and this is not going to resonate for everyone, but sometimes when people go through a certain kind of spiritual awakening, they leave behind their religious affiliation. Their religions, organized religions, served them in one way, and then they have their awakening, and then they are called to serve in another. And sometimes they're called to serve in church, or in, you know, wherever it is. But I know a lot of people that do not ascribe to the religion that they grew up with. And I'm not making a judgment on that, it's just an observation. Or it's to the point where I feel like you're, you know, that could be your dark night of the soul that's going on right now, where some of the things you're starting to see and experience could be synchronicities, messages, divine guidance, whatever it is. It's just kind of like shaking up your whole world. Knight of Pentacles, well, there's more where that came from. Knight of Pentacles is somebody who brings in new opportunity, opens a door for you. Somebody who brings that message into your 3D existence. Guess what? I said opens a door for you. In the future energy, this Knight of Pentacles is going to be able to open that door. Take it as it resonates. If you're looking for your Knight of Pentacles, they're coming. They're arriving. I'm going to use that word instead. Can I get a clarifier on the future potential? Thank you, Spirit. You see, what was there to worry about? What was there to worry about? Best card in the deck, the Sun, Major Arcana number 19. Representing illumination, clarity, abundance. See this? You see it? See it? Something so beautiful in your future. It's almost like all of this really deep inner work that you're putting into it, into yourself, into your life, will pay off in a very, very significant way. Total illumination, clarity, abundance. And it's the kind of abundance too where Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups flip over. And you have so much that you can't wait to give it away, because you know that you'll get more. You know that it's good for your energy to be of a generous spirit. But in order to give to others, we have to fill our own red solo cup. Right? We have to fill our own vessel. Because if we're pouring from an empty cup, we have nothing left for ourselves. And I think that's the message that you're trying to work through in your hermitude. So that's your reading, mutable signs. I hope this resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification if you'd like to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you.